Hey Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, the comments, generous donations, super thanks, super chats, hypes, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy this morning or whenever you happen to see this, and let's see what the message of Spirit has for us today. You know, somebody is shocked they can't stop your forward movement. It's like I see like you getting in a vehicle and somebody standing in front of you, and like you don't really see them, but they feel like they can overpower your vehicle, and you start it up, you put it in drive, and you roll right over them. You know, somebody realize they can't stop your forward movement even if they wanted to. Bottom of the deck, deceit. Hey, touche. Someone is lying to themselves because they're lying about you, and they don't think that you're smart enough to know. Hey, LP. But you receiving downloads. Whenever I saw this card, I heard that song, part of that song, but they had faith in the Lord above to come and save the day. Hey, Sagittarius Goddess and Shaylin. Hey, Ayana. Yeah, somebody, they thought that they could stop your forward movement. This person doesn't like it that you're balanced, that you can see both sides of any given situation. Like, why they're doing what they're doing, or what they're attempting to do. And they don't like that. Like I said, they want to try and stop your forward movement. And they're pissed that they can't. This person, you know, they try to come up with different ways to bind you, to stop you. And they're still trying to figure out different ways. It's like they're looking at the proof in their hand that nothing that they can do is going to stop you. Here I hear that song again. But you had faith in the Lord above to come and save the day. And that's why you're having this blossoming abundance. Someone, their heart is broken, and it's just because they envy you. They wish that they had more qualities just like you. And like I said, for them to want to be you, it's like they can't. It's like a feeling that they have on the inside. No matter what you do, no matter how many times you move, your life continues to progress and you continue to proceed forward. They get like anxious on the inside, like, oh, I can't stand it. See, this person doesn't realize that you are a healer. That your job, your duty, your purpose is totally different than theirs. And like I said, you're balanced, and you use your heart whenever you're doing things. They're using jealousy, envy. They're hostile whenever they try to do things. Whenever they do things, they don't do it out of the goodness of their heart. They do things thinking that's okay. If I do this for this person, they're gonna owe me. See, this is your time to go through that door to value. And no matter what they try, you're always going to get victory. It's something having to do with your confidence and your personal power. Confirmation, your confidence and your personal power, you know. And like I said, when you do things, you do it from the act of love. That's why the angel of love is always around you. That's why you always get good dharma. Things seem to work out in your favor, even if it's a relationship. You know, people love you, people adore you, people want to be around you because they like your energy. Hey, Red Violet. You know, and you've patiently waited for your turn. You didn't try and take away what was meant for somebody else. You patiently waited for your turn. If you didn't get something, you just said to yourself, okay, well, my day is coming. Even whenever it came to relationships, you maybe have been single for a while now. But instead of you watching other couples and saying, oh, I can't stand that bitch, you just said, you know what, my day is coming. Hey, Diesel Gravy. This is divine timing for you. Divine timing for you to be on your temple path. Like I said, this person, they're shocked that they cannot stop you. They're shocked they can't get in your way. They're shocked that no matter what they say about you, it's like people hear them, but they don't hear them. They see them, but they don't see them. Hey, K Hypsee. See, somebody thought that they was at the crossroads. And instead of them going to the right, making the right decision, they wanted to go to the left. They wanted to see, if they sided with the devil, that they would be able to have this super duper supercalifragilisticexpialidocious type of power over you. But they don't. They don't have any power over you. They get nothing. All they're getting is left out in the cold. All they're getting is ignored. All they're getting is everything that they touch turns to shambles. The only thing that they did whenever they was at the crossroads was they got this demonic attachment to the devil that they can't get rid of. That's it. And they're watching you go through this door to personal healing and happiness. They're watching you getting your true heart's desire. Somebody has been looking at you. They've been looking at you for a while. And they're trying to come up with this strategy to get close to you. Somebody's been thinking about you. It's like you've been on this person's mind for eons. This person has really cared about you since, this person was young. They've always dreamt about you. Ever since they was young. This girl. Hold on a second. Let me tell her to calm her ass down. Hold up. Hey, get away from that door and stop it. Get over here and lay down. Get there, lay down. Cut that out. She want to play tough girl to the person across the street until the person across the street come over here. Then she want to be like, don't touch me. Trying to be a bully. Somebody's been thinking about you for years, eons, days, months, years. And it's like they always dreamt about being this happy family with you, but they didn't know how to come about it. They didn't know, there was a lot of things they didn't know. Were you married? Were you single? Were you seeing anybody? Were you even interested in them? But I feel like it's going to happen all of a sudden. It's like all of a sudden somebody's going to get just break out of their shell, and they're just going to go forward, and they're going to be so happy, so surprised. Confirmation, especially now, because it's like, I feel like there were so many things that this person was kind of viewing or reviewing. But now it's like you are that type of woman that they know for sure that they want to be with. They know it's not just puppy love. This is the real thing. And they feel like together you both would be very abundant. This person could be watching you over the internet, you know, and has been watching you for years, but you just didn't know it. I feel like spirit has been, showing this person about you, about all that you have grown to be. Not so much the things that they can see on the outside, but who you've grown to be on the inside. And it's like you and this person, you mirror each other, but for some reason in the past, one of you walked away. But even if one of you walked away, it was like that you were still that person's heart. Now this person is finally getting the courage. They're finally getting the courage. I feel like this person is using their third eye. Like they can really see you. They see the spirituality in you. They see the love in you. And they're ready to talk about it. They're ready to express themselves. This person is ready to wear their heart on their sleeve, as far as developing this relationship. And this person may be traveling towards you. Hey, create. This person appreciates everything that you've had to go through, everything that you grew through. Now, this person is ready to provide you security, is ready to fight battles for you, especially whenever it comes to other people trying to harm you, discredit you, stop you. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah, somebody, they didn't want you to be at this place. They didn't want you to be, right at the tip of getting everything that you could have possibly ever wanted. Yeah, they didn't want you to be right at the tip of getting everything that you could have possibly wanted, especially whenever it comes to how you feel about yourself. Hey, SNK Pokey, how are you? They always wanted you to feel less than. They always wanted you to feel like, you wasn't going to make it. You couldn't do nothing, because this is how this person felt about themselves. They always envied you. They always wanted to be like you, but they wanted to have what you have. Well, if they wanted to have what you have, they should have did what you've done. You spend a lot of time in prayer. You spend a lot of time in meditation. You spend a lot of time asking for God to bless you whenever God feels that it's time for you to be blessed. And this person, they spent a lot of time trying to take what was yours. So if this person wanted to be like you, they should have did the things that you did. They should have acted like you. See, you appreciate everything. And just by your appreciation, that's why God has pushed you to the front. You didn't try and steal anything, and as Archangel Michael has been fighting your battles against other people. Other people that this deceitful person has tried to place against you. You know, somebody, it's like they spent so much time saying all these lies about you that their lies just ain't lying no more. People don't want to believe their lies anymore. Because you know what? No matter what this person has done, you've always been able to overpower it. People are starting to see the truth with their third eye. They're no longer believing those lies. Like I said, those lies just ain't lying no more. People are starting to see that this person who's doing all the lying has serious problems, that, you know, they've been wearing a mask for so long and they are attached to something dark and sinister. Not just that, but, you know, after you've walked away, people saw how it's like life got better for you. This girl. Sasha! Hold on a second. Let me bring her in the house. Hey! Get in here. You go lay down. Go lay down. You stay. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, it's like after you walked away or after you distanced yourself from this person, that's when people saw that it's almost like your life got better, got brighter. You know, like the sun really started coming out, really started shining, like the clouds just dissipated. You know, and that was after you walked away. Hey, Starseed, how are you? Yeah, it's almost like, you know, you've always felt like you had love coming in. You just didn't know when or where it was going to come in or who it was. But like I said, it's going to be like uh, almost like, you know, you as if by magic. It's almost like serendipity. It's almost like one day it's, you know, something is going to happen and boom, next thing you know, here comes love walking in the door. What's the message? And see, somebody, it's like they want to try and stop that, but they cannot. Yeah, they cannot stop what is meant for you. And this is going to be somebody that's perfectly balanced with you. They are so upset that they can't stop this. What's the message, Spirit? Like I said, if they wanted what you have, then they should have done what you've done, what you did. But this is something that was promised to you. Not just abundance, but, you know, like I said, everything, you know, like you said, you prayed, dear God, give me my true heart's desires. And God knows exactly what your true heart's desires are. You don't even have to list them. Because God knows your heart. All of it. God was the one who planned all of your days. So all you have to do is just get yourself in alignment. What? Lay down. Get yourself in alignment and get ready for Spirit to open up that door. Because when it happens, it's going to happen. I said lay down. Lay. Let's see what else. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Something is in the works, something that you don't even see coming. Something that, it may have been delayed, but it's definitely on its way. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah. It's like, you know what? And not only was it delayed, it's almost like it was delayed just so that the person who was trying to stop it could finally figure out, could finally have that aha moment to understand that they can't stop anything because it is on its way. This person was trying to cut things out, but you know what? You were still going to get exactly what it was that you deserve. You're going to get your wish fulfillment. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, and this person, oh my gosh, like, this is somebody who felt like I don't know why I'm hearing Inspector Clouseau, like they felt like they was some type of great sleuth or some type of wizard or warlock or something, that they could come in and they could secretly cause you all this heartache and heartbreak, and you would never know. Like they could do it under cloak and dagger. You would never know it. And that was confirmation with the phone. But what they did not know was they were not ever going to be able to cancel your happiness, because it was always written. It was always written. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yes, and you always knew. It was just, you didn't even have to say anything. All you had to do was remain prayerful. All you had to do was just tap into what Spirit was telling you. That was all you had to do. You didn't even say anything. You just knew that you had to take certain precautions to defend yourself, so that you didn't go down the road and this person could get you stuck. Even when this person was trying to, invite you places to do things, you told them no. You're intuitively, you knew to keep your distance. Hey, C-Bones, how are you, sweetie? Hey, Jolynn, how are you? You knew to keep your distance. You knew it was not for you. Something that you said, or something that you did, something that you said, something that you spoke about, you stay right there, little girl. It's like it turned everything in your favor. It turned everything in your favor. I said, you better stay, didn't I? I'm talking to you, Sasha. Sorry to have to go mama with y'all, in front of y'all, but this little one here. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? What's the message? Ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, somebody's coming in like a flash. But this is somebody that's going to be good for you. This is somebody that, like I said, this is somebody that's going to defend you. Defend you from anybody else's tricks or their schemes. And it all has to do with something that you had said, something that you did, and it's almost like it gave this person the green light to come in. And it was almost like they needed to end something that they were in, whether this was a committed relationship that they had invested in for years. It was like it gave them the green light to end that, so that they could go and they could be happy with you. Somebody wanted to celebrate with you, but like I said, they were kind of concerned, about before, where you stood. They were really concerned where you stood, but now they've called judgment and they know where you stand. Loving, kind, and ready for them. And like I said, somebody's coming forward. And this, yes, they're coming forward, and this is going to be exactly what you need, what you deserve. This is going to be your dharma, because this person can see that you have always been that empress. And it's almost like they feel sad, that they didn't choose you a long time ago, because they went through years of feeling left out in the cold. Whereas when they're looking at you, they know that they would have felt that y'all would have been great together. It's like they always felt like, even if they made a different decision, because like I said, somebody walked away. Even if they made a different decision after they walked away, they still didn't feel that connection. They still didn't feel like they was welcome, like they was home. But they always knew that with you, they would feel like they were home. What's the spirit? What's the message? Yep. Somebody feels like they have everything that they need. Everything that they need, so that they can come in and give you this gift. They're ready. They are preparing. And they've been thinking about this for a long time. Because they keep looking at something, like a picture or something, or something that you gave to them a long time ago, or they're looking at a picture that was taken of y'all a long time ago. And they feel that they should have taken that step with you. That y'all always had a strong bond, always had a very strong bond. This person wants to send you a message. They want to send you a message. They want to see if you're single, and even if you're not, I feel like this person, they don't, even if you were seeing somebody else, as long as you're not married, they would still, want to let you know how they feel. Just in case you feel the same way that they felt whenever they were with somebody else. They didn't feel that connection. They didn't feel that they was in the right place. They may have been there before money, but even at some point, the money is not going to make you happy. It's that heart chakra. Hey, Bragsy, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Yep. Somebody's not even afraid of a little bit of competition. They're not afraid of competition. But what they don't want is to be around somebody who's lying, or trying to play both sides against the middle, or somebody that's got, somebody else on the side, and they don't want that type of headache, which I completely understand that. That's what they don't want. But I feel like that's what they left, was somebody who wasn't being completely honest with them, and maybe had more than more than one lover. You know, maybe was dating a couple of people on the side, even if they were supposed to have been in a relationship with them, which made them want to end that. You know, and that's when this person really started thinking about you. I know that's right, Jolene. She better be a good girl. Yeah, because it's like whenever this person started thinking about you, that's when they started thinking about, you know, what they did and what they sacrificed. And they feel like they sacrificed themselves. Like they put 10 swords back in their own back because they were trying to teach you a lesson, only to find out that what they gambled and lost was love. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Somebody's coming with their heart on their sleeve. Like I said, this is somebody that, you know, they felt the same way about you for years. And now they're finally coming to tell you about it. And you both are older, but they felt the same way about you for a long time. Let's see what else this other deck has to say. Bottom of the deck. A couple love. Somebody really, like I said, they're trying to figure out why they didn't choose you. What was it truly that they didn't choose you? Why didn't they speak up? Why didn't they say how they truly felt? Because had they said that, the wheel of fortune would have been turning in their favor. You know, they would have married you. They would have you know, felt like they was getting good karma, but instead they felt like they was out in the cold. And this person, they cannot stop watching you. They cannot stop watching you. They can't stop thinking about you. And like I said, this person, they want to come to you. They want to send you a message. They want to talk to you. They want to email you or something. But you know, for whatever reason, this person felt like they had to keep their distance from you because they felt like you was involved in some I don't know why I'm hearing voodoo. They felt like you was involved in some voodoo or something. Because you know how people that read tarot, they got a bad rap as opposed to, you know, the people that are in the mega churches stealing from the poorest people and that's putting it in their pocket. They get the good rap. Somebody had to kind of like switch their way of thinking. Switch how they look, how they view people about what's right and what's wrong. And now it's like this person is looking at you and they realize you are that gift, that you're the one who is of status and stature. You're worthy. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Hey, Lilo, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? Right? Diesel gravy, exactly. What's the message? And you know, sometimes whenever we think that if things can happen in a relationship, you know, especially when we're younger, things can happen in a relationship, and instead of working through it, people tend to hide how they really feel, you know, and they think that they're going to teach somebody else a lesson, only to find out that they learned the lesson. You know, after like years later, they're wondering, why didn't I say something? Why didn't I clear it up? Why did I this? Why did I that? You know, it's almost that shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you didn't. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Thank you. Yeah, but see, someone sees things totally differently now. They're having an aha moment. They're realizing that they should have worked on something with you, that they should have worked to express themselves, that they should have worked to be a better communicator. Especially now that this person may be in a position where they have a lot of wealth, and they know that they are a good catch, only because of how they've worked on themselves. It has nothing to do with what they have. It has nothing to do with their wealth or their social status. It's how they worked on themselves, what they have to offer emotionally. Like I said, somebody they want to marry you. They want to make things legal with you because they've made this judgment call about anybody else that's out there. Anybody else that's out there, they know that those are not the people for them, because they like I said, they realize that those other people have lied to them, and that's why they've walked away. This is why this person is looking at your picture, remembering, how you are, remembering that you got that spark, that fire in you, and that you're not afraid to tell the truth. That's one thing that this person can say about you, is no matter what, whether it was good, bad, indifferent, ugly, or whatever, you always told the truth. Sasha, you better get over here and sit down now. And you better stay. No matter what, you always told them the truth. And the truth is, you're cruising for a bruising, little girl. Yeah. What's the message? What's the message? I cannot wait. Tomorrow she goes to the groomers. I'm going to have 3 beautiful, lovely hours to myself. Oh, I cannot wait. Mm-hmm. You better not. You better not. What's the message, Spirit? I mean it. What's the message? Lay down. What did I say? Lay down. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Hard-headed. She got a soft behind because she got such a hard head. Somebody wants to come to you. They feel so passionate about you. Yeah, and you make this person feel alive. I feel like this person, they've had to break their own generational curses. And I feel like they worked on themselves to break their own generational curses, Yeah, and how somebody felt like they had to save the world whenever they weren't receiving anything in return. Yeah. This person realizes that they're more like you than what they had initially thought. But they at one point they felt like they were trapped until like one day they may have had a dream that no, spirit said it's okay for them to leave. It's okay for them to go on to calmer waters and to go to get their wish fulfillment. And that's when somebody started investing in themselves again. investing in what they wanted. You can't make this up. They started investing in what was going to make them happy after breaking these generational curses. And like I said, and the first person they thought about was you. And they compared you and the other person. You know, they compared you. You know what? I feel like what they feel about you is that you're that businesswoman, but at the same time, you are also that wifey material. And this is why this person decided it's time for them to step out on faith to message you. But you just don't see it coming. You don't see this coming, but it's coming. Somebody's coming in. Your ship is coming in. And like I said, they don't mind competing for your hand because they know that you are an empress. But somebody's definitely traveling to you. They traveling to you and they want to tell you exactly how they feel. And they want to be 100% honest in how they feel about you. This little girl here. I'm going to cut this one short in just a little bit because I can see she is getting a little antsy. Little girl. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Thank you. Yeah, something about this person. I don't know why I'm hearing 7 weeks. Something, something about 7 weeks or 7 months. Look for this person. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Hey, Letitia. Yeah, this person is, you know what? Maybe this person is going through a divorce. Maybe this person is going through a divorce, and maybe that's what the 7 weeks to the 7 months are, But this person plans on approaching you, plans on coming towards you. And I feel like maybe it's somebody that they're connected to that's trying to stop them. But even that won't stop them. Like I said, somebody's getting in that car and they putting it in drive and they're driving forward regardless. Go on. Go in there and lay down. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah, somebody took off these rose-colored glasses. Something is going to happen on the new moon. And they feel somebody feels like they're being haunted, and not like haunted, but just haunted by somebody that they're trying to get away from, because they feel like their purpose and somebody else's purpose in their life is over. What else, Spirit? You better leave me alone, Sasha. Go in there and lay down. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah, the illusions are over. Somebody sees something very clearly now. What else, Spirit? What else? Yeah, and they see that, what you have pure intentions, or they have pure intentions, and they also know that it is time for change. All right, y'all, let me stop it right here. Go get this little girl under control. Maybe she need to lay down and take a little nap or something. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and swing the pendulum. What does no mean? What does no mean? No. Goodbye. Beat it. Leave me alone. Goodbye. Goodbye. Sasha. All right, let's see what that. Think of your question. Think of your question. And the answer looks like it is no. Yep, the answer is no today or this morning. All right, y'all. I will be back in a little bit. Let me get this little one under control. I should have just adopted triplets. It would have been easier. I love you all. I'll see you very shortly. Thank you so very much. And I'll be back soon. Bye now.